tonight. Rob, Reggie, Brady, Matt, Urban here with you. Baylor, let's talk about them right now. They have won 9 straight dating back to last season. Reg, I'll start with you. Why should we be taking the Bears as a serious contender for the Big 12 title?
Well, I think we just saw why. This is a good football team. They're well coached. Matt Rule has done an awesome job with this football team since he's taken over. And we saw them play complementary football. Their defense today really showed why they're the #1 scoring defense in the Big 12. They created a ton of pressure, got turnovers when they needed them most. That is points off the board right there. And again, these are not easy tackles. Spencer Sanders, Tylan Wallace, Chuba Hubbard. That's a tough task for any defense to shut down. And so I thought they did a great job. 3 turnovers. They held Oklahoma State to 188 passing yards. That is a win, and the rest of the Big 12 should definitely be on notice because this team is for real.
And you know why I love Baylor? Charlie Brewer, their quarterback. I'm telling you, this kid competes. Coach, he has a lot of those characteristics that you look for in a quarterback. He's tough. He's a good leader. He's made a lot of plays for the team. He adds that element of running the football, which we know always puts defenses in a bind, and then just the ability to have the big play. His offensive line did a great job protecting. He's got great skill players around him, but just I think when the game is on the line in the moment, he's going to give you these types of plays. He's tough. He competes to the end of the whistle, and anytime you have a guy like that that's running your football team along with that great coaching staff, a good defense, this is a team that's built to win, and we'll see if they can make a run here at the end of the season.
Let's big picture Baylor for a second. So just several years ago, they were competing for national championships. They were in a college football playoff conversation. Program goes completely upside down. Some people think they might have to stop football for a little while. That's how bad things were. The commentary was on that. A guy named Matt Rule goes in, comes from Temple. A lot of people question, why would he do that? They go 1-10, and then he starts his journey. The quality of player they recruited back then couldn't have been great. I mean, who's going to go visit Baylor? That's a credit to that staff of not only fighting through that, but the recruiting and development. Now you're 7-0. They're in one of the best states in America as far as high school talent. They've gone from here to here. Now they're back being in the conversation with Texas A&M, and all those schools in that area. Great high school football player. I think, I watch Baylor. They're going to be back, man. I mean, they are going to be back in deep conversation. I didn't know it would happen this fast.
Yeah, I don't know that anyone would happen this fast, but if we do look at Matt Rule's track record, what was his record his 3rd year in Temple? 10-3. He's now 7-0 with Baylor. So clearly he's built this team up to be able to get to this point where they're a balanced team. You talk about Charlie Brewer, doesn't turn over the football. They average about 200 rushing yards a game. Reggie, you hit on the fact they're playing without Clay Johnston, their middle linebacker. They lost Chris Miller, their safety, too, for targeting in this game. They're still able to overcome all of that and able to come back in this game down 20-10. After that fake punt where Oklahoma State goes and scores, they don't panic, and they figure out a way to win this game. So this team is built to win, and I also think they got to watch out in the Big 12 because if you look at their schedule, they're going to get to host Oklahoma, and they host Texas. They could be 9-0 by the time they get to that Oklahoma matchup, and they play that style and brand of football where they've slowed down this Oklahoma offense, and they control the game, running the football, Brewer making good decisions. Look out in the Big 12.
Yeah, Matt Rule and his staff, Coach, they're on the phone right now, right? They are recruiting. They are getting these kids.
Before they were recruiting, not against Texas A&M, Texas, TCU. They are now.
SMU's, Houston's, right?
They are now.
Yeah.
They're on the top kids in Texas right now.
They're developing guys, too.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is you see some of these young players come along. It's the recruiting, but when they get there, they're doing something with it.
2 years ago, when they had one win, it was a bunch of underclassmen. Those underclassmen are now upperclassmen. They're getting the wins and getting the recruits. Earlier today on Fox, Oklahoma, and the most potent offense in the land, did